Alright everyone, we're back with Super Friends, and I'm your host Nick, and I am joined with the usual suspects here tonight. We have Luke.
What's up, guys?
And Tim.
How's it going, everyone?
And we have CJ tonight.
Give me the keys, you fucking cocksucker. I hope somebody gets that. If you get where that's from, please drop me a line.
But
I hope so too, 'cause I don't know what that is.
It's so sad. Like last week, the reason this podcast, like, we didn't have an episode last week is because there were, like, I don't know, we had some, like, minor technical stuff happen. But anyways, like, there was just so much gold in that episode. Like, we talked about WWE funding the Shazam movie.
It's a lost episode, truly. One for the files.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff.
That was a beautiful lie.
It was a beautiful lie.
Yeah,
it carried us into the light. That was the episode that was going to make us famous, boys.
Yeah. I kind of wish it was a lie, because then there would have been maybe them telling us it would happen.
Yeah.
Instead, it's just hypotheticals by fans.
Yeah, I still say that's the direction that they should go. WWE all roles in Shazam.
No, like, for real, no joke, I think that movie would be way more hyped if the fucking WWE was funding it.
They could cut promos for all the characters. It'd be the best.
Exactly.
I mean, Suicide Squad already did that, but I get where you're coming from. I think
okay, but it wouldn't be Suicide Squad.
Tim,
it would be Shazam.
Tim, Nick, if it's okay with you, Tim, what was your cast though for that? Just so the people know.
All right. So our cast that we had so far, we had John Cena, of course, as the big red cheese himself, Shazam.
Of course.
We had Ric Flair as the Wizard, because he's about the right age to play it.
Yes.
And we had Paige as Mary Marvel.
I like it.
Yeah.
Wait, what about wasn't, like, Vince?
Oh yeah, Vince McMahon as Dr. Savannah. That was it.
Yes, that's what I want more than anything. Oh my god.
Wait, how would that work? You just shave his head? And...
Yeah, and then he'd be Doctor. He'd put on glasses.
Wait, who would Stone Cold Steve Austin play?
That's a good question.
He would be...
So he's got to be a good guy, because if The Rock is the bad guy, I mean, The Rock and Stone Cold had, like, the greatest feud.
Make him the voice of Tawny Tawny.
What about Captain Marvel Jr.?
He could be the Tiger. Just paint him like orange and black.
Orange and black.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
I don't know what the name of that fucking tiger is.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Like
WWE could fund that movie. They have, like, a ton of money. That'd be, like, a great marketing campaign and everything. And
let me tell you, you print awesome. $500 million if all Stone Cold Steve Austin says in the movie is meow. Like, that's it. that just prints your money. That gets you the Marvel audience right there.
I mean, like, it's literally perfect.
You wrestle as the characters on the show.
Yeah, like, freaking no CGI needed.
It kind of reminds me of, there was, like, an old SNL.
Stone Cold Stunner off the top of a skyscraper.
Yes.
No CGI, like, all practical.
All practical.
Jump off a skyscraper.
George Miller directing confirmed. There you go.
They're man enough for it.
We found it. It's perfect. It kind of reminds me of, like, the SNL skit they did. I think it was last year when The Rock hosted. It was like a live action version of Bambi with The Rock as Bambi and Vin Diesel as Thumper. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
I don't think I saw that
right
one.
Now. We've got to. That's your frame of reference for this movie. But
yeah, it sounds like a great film. It'd be the best DCEU movie.
Nick, would it be for LMAO like a cow? Can you confirm that this would be Cape Kino?
Yeah, where did that guy go? He doesn't come anymore.
He's not. I hope nothing happened to him. He was the best, except for Waru, who I'd like to thank our sponsor for this episode of Super Friends, Waru.
Waru is Comment Kino.
Waru is Comment Kino for sure.
Yeah.
We've cut a deal with Waru for him to exclusively sponsor future episodes of the Super Friends podcast.
Yeah. He actually checked out our stream. So, I mean,
yeah, I know.
He was in there for like 5 hours or something. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Shouts out to
Waru.
Shouts out.
Why?
I mean,
we didn't even do anything that impressive until like the last hour or so. It was just like
he knew something was coming, something special. He felt in his bones.
I think he left in the middle of that too.
Oh no, R.I.P.
Wait, who else was in there? It was Waru and who?
It was some guy named Daryl something, some random thing in numbers, but just as important.
Oh yes.
If you're out there, Daryl.
Thank you, Daryl, for tuning in on the stream. How was that, by the way? Just a quick plug here, subtle plug for Press Play.
Yeah.
I just
good.
know I'm never gonna play Left 4 Dead 2 with Nick or Sage ever again. That was kind of I know where I stand in terms of team-based shooters with those two. They're
were you
pretty quick to leave me
down?
behind. Also, Luke, the other Luke, is a goddamn a freaking liar, and he is a traitor who will kill you the minute he gets the chance.
Oh. R.I.P.
Oh, but beyond that, the stream was good though. We were streaming for like 7 hours or something. It was crazy.
Everyone
have,
else
like,
but our Luke had fun.
3 out of 4
I hated
recommend.
it.
10 out of 10.
It's a 75% right there. It's a passing grade.
There you
And
go.
we had
one
Will and like
filled with
Michael in there
rage.
too. Like everyone got on cam and everything. So I think it was the first time that like people got to see
Yeah,
them on cam.
that's great. Well, they see Michael in
They see Michael all the time.
a lot.
That's true.
Yeah, but Will and the
Will.
Lukes.
Oh yeah, Will
Yeah.
and the Luke's on cam.
And if
They
you
got to
haven't
see-
seen Michael, make sure that you're watching Super Science whenever that drops.
God, this is
Wow, there's
just
so many
shameless
ads in this.
plug episode. I know, right?
Is there gonna be a Snickers advert in here somewhere? Or-
Yeah, kind of tells you a lot about the topics we have.
There
huh?
you go. We definitely have a lot to talk about today. But
Yeah,
Tim,
we
you-
have so much like Solomon Grundy.
true. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that
I don't
that
even-
gold mine,
I-
that Cyrus gold mine.
I need to pour myself another drink. Oh, Luke, that was bad. I need to pour myself another drink because of that, but also
It was
because
good.
Of that.
Yeah,
it was
I-
good.
I guess if we want to jump into the news, the first thing that we got is this came out of like nowhere. I think there was just nothing leading up to this, but Batman 66 is getting an animated movie, and
Oh, yeah.
it's bringing back the some of the old voice cast, and we got the first trailer, and it looks really cool. So, Luke, what did you think of the trailer and everything?
I loved it. Love Batman 66. I don't care what anyone says. It's probably one of my favorite Batman media. The most accurate Batman as well. So, just putting that out there. But, like, animation-wise, it looks awesome. So, I mean, I'm actually really excited because, like, again, like we were talking about before, they got the tone down exactly right with that trailer. Like, the cast being back, it sounds like an old TV show. So, I mean, well, the old TV show. But, yeah, it looks really cool. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I have the actual Batman 66 Blu-ray box set, like the one that came with the little Hot Wheels car and the books and everything. And
Oh my goodness.
I'm really... God damn.
Yeah,
I'm really
it's
upset
going
now.
to be a lot of fun seeing this movie. I'm wondering who they're going to get to replace at least a few of the members of the cast who they unfortunately couldn't get back. But it's always good to have Adam West and Burt Ward come back together.
Yeah, I mean they've got to replace Burgess Meredith and Caesar Romero first and foremost,
Frank Gorshin, because I think the Riddler is in there too.
Yeah, so they definitely have to replace those guys. It'll be interesting to see who they get. Nick, you brought up Troy Baker as a possibility in the pre-show.
Troy Baker is all three.
It's all three.
he probably
Yeah,
could
all
do
of
it.
them.
He really could. He really
Oh,
Avengers
Who,
Earth's Mightiest Hero style.
who did Riddler in the Arkham games? Was that Wally Wingert?
Yeah.
could. I think so.
Just
yeah.
have him come back as Riddler, I think.
He sounded more like the
actually had
Jim
a pretty
Carrey
decent-
version, though.
It really did.
I mean, he can just change it up.
Oh, the
a
one
little
from
bit.
Arkham Origins.
That was the same
that
guy,
one.
wasn't it?
What?
It was the same one.
No,
That was
different
Wally
one.
again. What?
What?
R.I.P.
I thought Wally Wingert did him in Origins too.
I don't know.
I'm just really excited for this movie. It's kind of like an interesting like change of pace from like the kind of the Justice League movies we've been getting, where they've been a little more serious. It's a change of pace, I guess, in both animation style and in tone. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's a really great throwback to people that enjoyed that classic show, and it's really great for them to be bringing back West and Ward and Newmar. But at the same time, it's kind of a nice little change of pace for DC. Good decision by whoever made that call. But
Yeah, it looks like the best stuff for DC this year will be that and JL Action, the two most lighthearted, fun, animated things.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's really interesting. I don't really know if everyone that's like kind of diehard into DC now is going to love it, but I really hope they at least give it a shot, because this is kind of what a lot of people grew up with.
Well, they've definitely been giving Batman 66 some love over the years because they've had that comic going, and they finally got back the rights so that they could do DVDs and Blu-rays.
The comic has been surprisingly successful.
It's actually really good.
I didn't expect it to be either that good or that successful, but it's apparently been doing its thing.
Yeah, this is the true Batman, not the Murder Man in the movie.
It's definitely the Batman that we need.
The one that we deserve.
Goofy-looking mass murderer in the movie.
Yeah, that one.
10 minutes that we actually did last 10 minutes before the DCEU came up, so...
Yeah.
Bravo, can we give ourselves
so
a round
it's a
of
nice
applause
record.
Well, I mean, if you don't count the Shazam stuff.
Oh, true. Well, I mean,
true.
does that... Well, I guess I was going to say, does that count? But now we know that it does actually count.
Yeah. I guess more like the negativity before it seeps back in.
The Batman 60... When does the movie drop? Is it like October?
October 11th is the digital release, and then I think it's November 1st is the physical release.
So, since that's 2 days after NYCC, do you think they're going to drop a preview of it at NYCC?
They might, and that's something.
No, they'll probably screen the movie there.
So that's what I meant, essentially.
We gotta be there, man.
Yeah.
And if you're, I mean, have we told people that we're gonna be at NYCC yet? I mean, I guess I just did, but
yeah.
Did we tell them? Or
good job.
Do you want to announce it here?
All right, guys. So
I feel like we've announced this on 4 different podcasts.
Yeah, I feel like this has come up before.
Yeah.
What's funny is we don't even have 4 podcasts.
A few of us are going to be at NYCC, so look out for us there if you're going.
We're 6 of us. It's me, Josh, Tim, Nick, Michael, and Marvel Luke will be at NYCC, repping, showing up. We'll probably have Hybrid Network shirts on if you don't know what we look like, but you know what me and Michael look like at least. And if you've watched Hot Tub Updates, you know what Josh looks like. But we will be there, so if you're planning to be at NYCC, hit us up.
Hopefully they can recognize Josh with his shirt on.
You should, I know.
Yeah.
You might not.
Nobody knows what I look like.
Yeah,
I like to keep that anonymous.
I know.
So,
We're gonna
break the veil.
I like to remain in the shadows.
I don't want anyone to see my face or anything.
We're gonna have
he's gonna show up with a fucking mask on.
We're gonna have one of those rolling iPad robots. And Nick is just gonna be Skyping.
This is Johnny Sin's face on the.
It's just gonna have
iPad.
a question mark on a black screen.
With we're gonna have the shirt draped on the robot for Nick. If you really want Luke, seriously though, and if you come up to us and say that you want to talk to Luke, we will Skype him for you immediately.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. We will hit him up. It doesn't matter if he's at work or not. We're gonna say, Luke, someone wants to talk to you. Get your Charlie Cox looking ass out here.
Yeah, I don't.
You're
I don't think that's
Kryptonian,
gonna happen,
Luke.
You know what? I've compared him. I look a lot more like Kryptonian than I do Charlie Cox. So.
There's some comparison to Charlie Cox there, especially in Daredevil.
Yeah, from a profile view.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
From the profile, but from in front, I look like that porn leaker Kryptonian.
What have I done?
What have I done?
This episode is brought to you by Kryptonian. Thank you. Check out his videos on YouTube.
Wow. What's the next ad that we have on this?
You'll find out at 26 minutes.
Jeez.
I was about to say 14 minutes and we only talked about one topic.
We need to move on.
Okay, so, alright. The next 3 topics that we actually have here, they're all DC movie related. So, first one up here, Superman's black suit is going to be in Justice League, which people had speculated, and then Henry Cavill's like, oh, well, here's a look at it on his Instagram. And yeah, that's a thing. So
it is certainly a suit that is black.
It is.
Well, it looks more gray than black, but
it's just the lighting because it's shiny.
So the debate is going to be, I've already seen some people talking about this. It looks like it might be like a black and white filter, but I don't know. That's what I mentioned that in the news video about it. It's like there are a lot of people saying it could just be like a black and white filter of a regular suit, but the color tone doesn't seem to match his previous suits.
They're testing out a new technology to see if they can remove all the color from the DCEU.
No.
It's another experimental thing they're doing.
They had
We'll
to-
see if it pays off, guys.
Snyder's League.
They had to drain
Yeah.
it out to put it into Batman 66, but that was.
It was worth it.
Wait, what do you guys think of the suit though? How are they gonna? They're gonna do that whole like mullet reborn.
It's a step in the right direction, but if he doesn't have the mullet, I will be seriously disappointed. I'm not going to walk out of the theater, but that will be when we inevitably talk about it on here. That will be a thing that I bring up if he doesn't come back with longer hair.
Yeah, it's nice to see that they're willing to go that extra mile to have Superman die in the second movie, and then he comes back in the fourth movie with literally no in between. It's really cool.
Yeah, they're doing
it's
the
an
homage
uncanny.
to the comics. Like that isn't that
Yeah.
cool, guys? They're taking it from the comics.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's an
think
uncanny
cool.
ability that they have to shove every story they possibly can within the span of a year
you know
in
those
the DCEU
classic
timeline.
DC stories. You know, Kingdom Come, Injustice.
Flashpoint, Injustice,
But so
all
no,
of them
I mean,
spectacular.
All two of them.
So what I actually think might happen when I was researching for the video on the black suit, what I actually think might happen is, so correct me if I'm wrong here, after the death of Superman, in the Return of Superman part of that whole story arc, it was something to do with the Four Supermen. I need to go back and reread it. But they were threatening Metropolis in some way, or it was something like the Eradicator or Cyborg Superman was like really like posing a threat to Metropolis. And so he comes out, like, and it's like he awoke specifically because he knew Metropolis was in danger. I think, like, looking back and thinking about it, like, with what we know about, like, one of the scenes with the parademons being set between Gotham and Metropolis, I feel like that might be something. Like, he might wake up because he's like, oh shit. Well, I mean, knowing what we know
He
about
wakes
the DCEU,
up like Lazarus.
he's going to wake up because he knows Lois is in danger. But
He's gonna wake up because he knows someone's destroying Metropolis, and that's his job.
that's it.
He can't hear his own mother, but he can hear Lois anywhere.
True.
Yeah. Even in a coma, he can hear Lois's screams. Her screams of usefulness, that is, because of how important she'll be to the Justice League plot.
Oh yes, she will.
So
explain
important.
Her
everything.
screams of relevance.
Steppenwolf, you're like some kind of general.
I can
Yes, that is
already
correct.
hear the I can already hear the clickety clacks of the keyboards right
You
now.
can hear it right now. Luke,
Don't worry, that
some
just gives
skater.
you power, Luke.
It gives me all the power I need. The
But
rage.
I don't know. The last thing I'll say on this though is I hope that when he does come back, that they like just completely reboot the character and like make him all nice and everything.
Well, so the
Yeah,
thing is,
same.
to me, like, Cavill is, having seen him in other roles, like in Tudors, he's not a bad actor. In Man from U.N.C.L.E., he's very charismatic and he's a very likable guy. It's definitely the direction and the writing, like the tone that they've chosen to take with Superman, that is, I think, holding him back. So I'd really like to see, I think it could be rebooted. The actor is not the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be helpful if he has more than 7 lines.
That's what I was gonna
'cause
say. He needs more words to say.
It would be nice if his only point in the movie wasn't just to glower sullenly at people.
Can we get I think glower was right, but can we get a hashtag going?
What?
Say words, Superman. Hashtag say words.
Hashtag
Oh,
speak
Yellow
up,
Lantern
Superman.
work.
Hashtag speak.
Speak up, Superman. I like that. Hashtag speak up, Superman. Let's get that going. Let's get that
No, let's
trending.
get Yellow Lantern lurk hashtag.
Yellow Lantern.
I'll get on it. I'll get word to Yellow Lantern Lurk. Let him
Speak
know.
up, Superman and Yellow Lantern lurk. Get those two hashtags
God,
going.
so we
I
gotta
work as
let's
Two-Face.
move on. Let's keep it. Let's keep this train moving. Jeez.
This train wreck moving.
So the next movie that we got to talk about is the Flash movie, and so there's been a lot of rumors about who's gonna be in the movie, and there was a long theory that Cyborg was gonna appear in the movie. We didn't know how big his role was gonna be or what, but apparently it's been sort of confirmed. But then the director was like, "What?" So I don't know.
So what the director did was he jumped on a Twitter trend where so earlier that day, so the news came out that Cyborg, after months of speculation that started thanks to Deborah Snyder, the director, it kind of broke that, I think it was the rap broke that Cyborg would be in the Flash solo film, which is huge. Like, it's, kind of an interesting thing. He'll be in this movie before he's in his own solo movie, which is kind of still up in the air. I don't know what the flux.
If that happens,
Yeah, with
apparently
the-
it's scrapped or something.
The flux of DC's schedule, but that day there was kind of a funny moment on CNN when they were interviewing, and I'm going to get political for a minute. They were interviewing Donald Trump's one of his campaign advisors. I think it's the Trump family lawyer, actually. And the commentator from CNN was asking, they were like, hey, you're down in the polls. What do you, like, how do you respond to that? Like, what do you do? And he's, as she was saying, it's like, you're down in the polls. He goes, says who? And so Rick Famuyiwa tweeted out #sayswho in regards to the article, because that was, I think it was tongue-in-cheek, so it's confirmed. I wouldn't doubt it, but I think Famuyiwa was kind of just playing with us a little bit there.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that sounds cool. I mean, like, we talked about this. Like, I think Cyborg, we talked about this last week, too. I think this is the Lost recording. But I think Cyborg definitely fits in with the tone of this movie. Like, how they're trying to make it this young adult kind of trendy movie. And, like, it just seems to fit in with the sensibility and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, hopefully it works out.
I agree.
Luke, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing it.
Luke.
I know you said Luke, but I was starting to talk as you were saying it. We can go to Luke if you don't want to hear me.
Yellow Lantern Lurk.
Yeah, you didn't say lurk, so I got confused.
Oh, he was lurking. That's why he.
Yeah, that's why I didn't.
He was waiting for the right time to strike.
It sounds cool.
.jpg.
That's pretty much it. Like, there was not too much to add to it.
It sounds cool, man.
Lurking at work.
Okay, Tim, what are your thoughts?
It sounds cool. Like, you get the DC Science Bros going.
I mean, they have this great camaraderie already. Like, we've seen, like, from the footage we saw at the DC panel, from what we've seen in, like, set photos and, like, videos from set and stuff like that. They seem to be like buds, like Ezra Miller and Ray Fisher. So I think, hopefully some of that shines through, like, on screen. I really don't know how naturally and organically they'll work Cyborg into the movie, but I'm definitely interested in it. What? Okay. I walked into that one.
No, but Ezra Miller said the Flash movie is incredibly fun and human.
Well, I mean, I hope so, because...
Could it be more fun than Suicide Squad?
No, it can't.
No,
nothing can be that fun.
That was
it's not in capital letters fun.
Yeah, thanks Squad and all that. How can you top that?
You stole Tim's line, Luke. Nobody knows it, but you did.
Well, because I'm lurking,
You're
CJ.
lurking.
We've already established this.
To be fair, I stole his name earlier.
There you go.
You stole his turn. So we're even now. We're good.
Should Cyborg even get his own movie though? At this point,
so what I want is Teen Titans. I think.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of was talking with actually my stepdad just the other day, who, if you guys have listened to some podcasts, he's the guy that got me into comics. I laid out my ideas for a Batman trilogy, and kind of the first film brings in Nightwing, and so I think if you do that in the Batman movie, I think that easily sets up. If you bring Nightwing into this universe, I think that sets up the Cyborg movie to maybe morph into a Teen Titans movie more than anything, which I think is the way they should go. But I don't think Cyborg can carry his own movie personally. But
no, I don't think.
Well, he
Well, it
doesn't
seems
really
like the
have
Teen
like
Titans
a
would be
huge supporting
established already in
cast
this
like
universe.
outside of the Titans. He has like a few people like that he has in his supporting cast, but most of them are with the Teen Titans.
yeah, I mean, the Teen Titans could be established. I think my whole thing in laying it out was, I think, Nightwing would be established, but he wouldn't be on the radar. You could explain away like why he wasn't mentioned yet, as like, oh, he's off in Bloodhaven. If they even want to use Bloodhaven as an actual city, I guess you can say like Cleveland or Detroit or whatever Bloodhaven is supposed to be.
It's on the river on the other side of Gotham.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, then what is it?
And Nightwing is dead, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jason Todd is dead. They've actually confirmed it's Jason Todd now, I guess.
Yay.
So they
Nightwing's
they've
dead.
left open the door for
the Red Hood.
Well, that's the thing,
Yeah.
is my first movie in that Batman trilogy would be, I think it would be kind of like I don't know, I kind of wrestled between like some kind of hybrid of the Court of the Owls and Hush storylines, and then my second movie would be Under the Red Hood, and my third movie would have been Nightfall, but like you got to do Nightfall right. Under the Red Herd.
The Red Hood
Tyler
would be
Perry's Under the Red Herd.
It would be a way better villain.
Under the Red Herd would be an army of evil bat cows.
Pull off the mask, it's Medea underneath.
fucking Damien.
Yeah.
But no, oh my
God. All right, so we want to move on to the final movie topic here.
I mean,
Yeah.
We touched on it a bit earlier.
touched on it earlier. I mean, we kind of talked
so-
about Shazam already. Should we just move on to TV time?
I mean, the only news was that Shazam's part of the universe, which we kind of knew already, I guess, but
It was in doubt. I think there was a
so-
lot of people saying maybe it is.
Yeah,
maybe it
I
isn't.
guess it is.
Who knows?
yeah. So I guess I'll just briefly say that it's in the universe, and they're like developing it outside of the DC movies because like Snyder's team is not involved at all, and I guess Jeff Johns is involved because he's kind of part of all the movies, but so I don't know. It'd just be interesting to see how that movie turns out.
Mm.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but,
Yep.
but moving on to TV time.
I think we all agree.
There's a lot of Flash news to talk about, actually. So I'm just gonna go through all these really quick and then ask for your guys' thoughts. So basically, for the Flash season 3, they've just cast the rival. Savitar has not yet been cast or revealed. A lot of people thought that Savitar was the black speedster from the trailer and stuff, but it's not him. And also that Zoom, aka the Black Flash now, will return at some point on the show. So, Tim, what are your thoughts on this news?
Well, definitely top loading on speedsters for Flash season 3.
Oh yes.
I'm wondering what they're going to do for the rivals. They're going to have someone closer to Jay Garrick's age if they're going to do something younger.
I think the actor is younger, I think.
Then
Yeah,
yes,
I mean, like we saw him, he
forget
looked
that.
younger.
Yes, he's going to be younger. So I'm wondering if he's going to be connected to Jay Garrick then. Sorry, I spaced on that.
Well, I mean, what's really interesting is in like season 2, a lot of people like Josh picked up this theory, but it was one that a lot of people had been talking about. That Teddy Sears might not have been like Zoom; that he might have been the rival originally. So maybe the showrunners were thinking about that and tapped into that. But yeah, they thought that guy was Savitar, I guess. But Savitar is he's going to be in the show, but he's not, I guess, been cast yet, which is really interesting. But I think it's really interesting because they released a new promo today, or not today, if not today, within the last couple of days, and it seemed mainly centered around Flashpoint and how things have changed. And it looked like Savitar was in there. There was someone that seemed very cultish, and he was like very kind of the way X-Men Apocalypse handled Apocalypse, like he was praying and shit like that. So it seems like Savitar might be involved in like the Flashpoint series, unless they were just dropping the footage in there. But I don't know. It's kind of weird that he hasn't been cast yet.
I don't know. Whatever they do. Too many speedsters to keep track
That's
of.
honestly like an issue for me. Like I thought they were going to be moving away from the speedsters from what they'd been saying, but nope, just 5 more for this season.
Well, and I find it funny because Zoom from the last season, when the little weird Dementor Speed Force things were like changing him, like his outfit kind of looks a lot like the Black Flash, the rival that we saw in those set photos. So now there are 2 speedsters that wear black. So
there already were 2 speedsters who wore black, regardless of that, because he wore it as Zoom.
I'm just saying, like, their outfits look extremely similar.
Well,
I don't know.
At least we have Mirror Master finally in this season.
At least.
Yep.
I mean, but even so, like the guy they cast makes me think Mirror Master is literally going to be kind of like a one-off, like a Golden Glider level villain.
No.
Which is
No.
like, I wish
Hey,
he was
she's
great.
been on the show at least 2 times.
Which Mirror Master should be like. I think Mirror Master deserves his own season. But no, he's not going to get it.
Only if it's the one from
No,
Glasgow.
Golden Glider deserves
then-
her own show.
Absolutely.
I think
CW's the Golden
that
Glider.
they'll eventually bring in the Rogues together now they finally have Mirror Master.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And didn't the Top get casted too?
Yeah, but it's going to be a girl.
Oh, well, I mean, it doesn't matter.
I mean, no, it doesn't. I mean, nobody cares. But
She's
why
going the
is there no
Bug-Eyed
Rogues?
It's the
Bandit
Top.
route.
oh
Yeah,
man,
I mean,
here
it's the
come the
top,
Twitter
like-
comments. CJ, what a sexist. But no.
You white, cis, privileged piece of shit.
I know, I'm a cishet scumlord. But no, they also added Fargo's Joey King as Magenta, interestingly enough.
Yeah, I did see that coming in. So,
She's-
do you think she'll have the connection to Wally West like in the comics?
I hope so. I mean, my guess is that Wally's going to have a much bigger role in this season. I mean, I was kind of... Joey King's pretty big. I was very surprised she accepted a role. on the show. But
it's a huge name, like Marion Cotillard.
Oh yeah, absolutely massive name, like Leo DiCaprio. But no, I mean I thought she had kind of moved past this stepping stone phase. A lot of actors seem to take, but I don't know. This is just kind of we've evolved. We've reached the point in this episode where I'm just gonna go,
Maybe she just believes in the role.
Yeah. Maybe she really.
Magenta is the role she's wanted to play all her life.
Well, they're filming it now. She actually posted on Twitter something like in costume, so it seems like they're filming whatever episode she's in now.
I think that's like 6 or something, right? Episode 6 or 7 now, or
pretty early apparently.
So my guess, if she's not in Flashpoint, then I think that Flashpoint's probably going to be done by like the first 3 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah. I didn't want it to be the full season. I've said that since the start.
I know.
It should have been only half an episode.
Should have been.
That would have been too little.
Should have been 10
I know the show
tops.
is based around speed, but let's pace ourselves.
Oh shit! I fucked up. Let me fix it real quick before anyone notices. Oh my god. Do we want to talk about Gotham?
Gotham? No. Jeez.
Can we just put the picture on screen to like show the people what Gotham, like what Solomon Grundy is going to look like, as like a reason for us not talking about it?
Yeah, so
that's...
I mean, I guess we can briefly talk about Gotham because there's actually like quite a bit of stuff that's come out. I didn't really list it here, but the show cast the Mad Hatter and Alice, and also we got a look at Solomon Grundy. Well, it's not confirmed to be Grundy, but I guess a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's Grundy," so he's just some dude in white getup.
Just a kid.
Just some white dude.
Just some little kid with like white hair,
like
white skin, white clothes.
Frankenstein monster dude.
But not even really that. I mean,
he's not very imposing.
Like I don't.
And then it's revealed that he is the DC Universe's Flash Thompson.
No.
No.
I just no. What's the point? What's the point of using Grundy?
I don't know.
He was born on a Monday. What more do you need?
I need a zombie, Tim. I don't need like this.
Whatever happened to Arrow Grundy? Is he coming back? I can't wait for that.
No, he's not. Never again.
If this turns out to be Solomon Grundy, we can have epic debates about which show had the worst Solomon Grundy.
Well, that was the other brief thing on TV time we might need to mention is that the Arrow, I guess, they're overcorrecting again, and after going like allegedly going full like mystical, like full weird in season 4. Season 5 will be magic free, according to producers.
So they're going full on grounded Daredevil knockoff.
Daredevil knockoff, yeah.
Going full Marvel.
Full Marvel.
Yeah.
No. What?
Oh my god.
They're going to be copying Agents of
Zack
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Snyder goes full Marvel for JL.
Yeah.
And then we find out that Supergirl's going to be like Jessica Jones in the new universe.
We're dying, man. We're dying.
God, alright, so no one cares about Gotham, so anyways, questions.
Yeah.
Here are questions. So, we answered these last time. I don't even remember what my answer was, to be honest, but that recording was lost, so I don't know. Who knows, but... so the first question here is from Paths Unwritten, and it's, as Superfriends, what, on the upcoming musical crossover, what, for Flash and Supergirl, what character do you want to sing the most, and which characters would be the most awkward singers? I'm crossing my fingers for a Captain Cold Heatwave duet. Tim, what are your thoughts?
From Paths Unwritten.
The person I want to see sing the most on the show would be Harrison Wells. I want to see him belt one out, big showstopper.
Belt it.
Probably the most awkward singer, unless they have singing talents I don't know about, Cisco, Wally, or Caitlin.
Ooh, okay, so I'm actually going to mention this, but put a pin in that. I will talk about that.
Thank you.
All right,
well, should I just go now? Okay, so here's the thing. Cisco is actually a great singer, believe it or not. He has a crazy good voice. I don't know about Wally. I forgot who the third person you said was.
Caitlin.
Caitlin. She actually can sing as well. I mean, she was a Disney actress, so I'm sure that's a requirement.
Prerequisite.
So yeah, I'm not sure who'd be the most awkward singer because I know that a bunch of them have singing backgrounds. We have
Joe.
Joe does as well.
Yeah, Joe is in Rent. We also seen him sing on the show already.
So the person that I want to see the most, person I want to see sing the most is actually Grant Gustin. So nobody really knows about this. I don't know if he was on Glee.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know this. He's from the state that I'm from, and he's from pretty close to where I live now. And he actually was involved in a choir, and that's something kind of like that choir's claim to fame. It's like, if you've ever seen The Flash, you know Grant Gustin. He was one of us, but no. So I'm really excited to see him actually do that again. I think Tom Cavanaugh might be the most awkward, only because when I'm envisioning him singing, I'm kind of seeing like Russell Crowe and Les Mis. Like, can't really do it, but
that would make my heart sing, though.
I know, it would be great. I can't wait.
I would enjoy that.
Captain Cold Heatwave duet, though, yes, I would love that. Thank you, Pat Sunredden.
Yeah, wait, Luke, what are your thoughts?
I want Cat Grant to sing. And I think Jefferson Jackson would be the most awkward person. I know he's not going to be there, but I would love it if it just skips to a time machine that they're in, and he's just singing for no reason. It's literally the most awkward, flat thing you've ever heard in your life. It's about as flat as the actual acting that he does.
God. All right, for me, I want Stephen Amell to sing, and Arrow Man. I want him to sing.
You want Felicity to sing, you mean?
No, the most awkward would be Felicity. They would boo her hard, and she would cry and leave. Be great.
Where we get mad.
No, she's not going anywhere though, Nick.
God. All right. So the next question is from Mr. Waru. Waru's gonna round out the show.
Of course.
So. Final question here. If Shazam was getting a comic in Rebirth right now, what would be the storyline and who would you have write it?
This is for Josh mostly. LOL.
Yeah, this is mostly for Josh. He's not
Sorry,
here, so
Waru. I can channel him, but
yeah, I'm assuming Josh would probably want Jeff Johns to write it, but he
yes.
probably won't. So.
Jeff Johns. Well, Jeff Johns is now the busiest man in Hollywood. He's surpassed both Donald Glover and James Franco.
Yeah, he has to save an entire franchise. That's got to be a lot of weight on his shoulders.
He's got to save an entire company.
Yeah, Luke, what are your thoughts though? If Shazam had a comic, who would you want to write it?
I remember last week I said Grant Morrison definitely because he did that Thunderworld thing, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember who I said to draw it. I think Doc Shaner, would be cool. But
yeah, Cameron Stewart did the art in the Thunderworld thing.
That was cool, but I think you said Doc Shaner, and I thought that would actually be really cool. It'd be a lot better.
I wanted Ivan Reese to draw it.
Oh,
that's
a good one.
Didn't
too.
someone say Doc Shaner?
And I know I said John Boy Myers last week.
Oh.
So for me, let me get, and this is not a Josh answer at all. I mean, well, Josh would say Jeff Johns, of course. I say if I can't get Jeff Johns, let me get, and this is a dream team. I'm not even considering who DC would actually put on it. I would want Tim Seeley. I think he's done a great job with Nightwing and kind of the boyish aspects of it. I think he would really write Shazam well. To draw it, the GOAT, Mikael Yanin, because I think he would draw Shazam great.
Mikael Yanin. Tim Seeley write and draw.
Yeah, I can't wait to actually get that comic, Nick, with Tim Seeley's doodle.
You should have him draw Batman on the other side.
You should. We should find Tom King at NYCC and have him draw Batman on the other side of that.
No.
No?
No, we shouldn't.
Don't have him tainted.
What storyline does everyone want?
Ooh.
This is a loaded question we could answer forever. I don't.
Yeah.
I'll give mine. I want it to be like the '70s series where him and his mentor go around in a van and teach kids life lessons.
You stole my answer. It's the Shazam ISIS Hour with TV's Michael Gray.
Yes, that's what I want so much from this.
They were setting up a story in the New 52 Shazam comic. They were setting up. At the end, Dr. Savannah finally met Mr. Mind, and they were going to, plot to take out Shazam, but then that never happened, so...
Maybe they should do
a lot of things in,
God
New 52.
That's realistic, but Tim has made me so
Question.
proud just right now.
Wait, Tim, who'd you say you wanted to write the book, or?
I think I don't remember the person's name. The person who wrote the Convergence Captain Marvel story.
Oh, that's Jeff Parker.
Yeah, Jeff Parker was probably my choice for that. I thought that was pretty solid. Or Grant Morrison, like we were saying last week.
Yeah.
So dope.
All right, I guess that kind of rounds out the show.
Wait, there was
I'd love
another
to see
question.
Ivan Reese do it. So
There was another question
Yeah.
from Irving Ramirez.
Is there now?
Yeah, I think that's it.
wait, what? There's what?
Hey,
What?
did anyone get aroused by Enchantress's dancing and popping and locking?
Oh,
Okay.
No one should and no
Did you
one
get
ever will.
aroused?
You should. That was bad, and you should feel bad.
Yes.
no, Enchantress is awesome.
I mean,
I loved it.
I will say I was surprised they actually did the transformation, but I don't know. I don't go for that, Irving. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was too busy laughing really hard at her dancing.
I don't
You
go
were
for
laughing
awkward
hard.
flailing. It's not a big turn on
I
for
was
me.
laughing. I was laughing hard. I was double belly laughing,
Luke, you
crouched
wrath, you
over.
ruse.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is
I
so.
don't even know
this is a
anymore.
mess. Oh my god.
Are we
So-
done?
Yeah, this has been episode
End it.
49. Like we said, we're going to be at New York Comic Con, so yeah, if
Hit
you're
us
there,
up.
definitely,
Less than 2 months now.
yeah.
Woo! It's
excited.
gonna be so much fun. Come hit us up if you're there.
No, actually, don't. Well, you can hit them
Leave us
up, but
leave them
yeah.
alone.
Nick will be a Skype robot. We'll just tape an iPad to a Roomba.
Nick's gonna be going around in his Organization 13 cloak so no one can see him.
Oh my god. No.
No, I'm going to be going around with a black ski mask with Johnny Sin's face taped on it.
Yes.
There you go.
The life model
Good
decoy.
idea, actually.
So yeah, anyways, this has been episode 49. Be sure to leave questions down in the comment section below, so we don't just have to answer Warus all day.
Yeah.
But
Hashtag
Fuck
Ask
you,
Super
Waru.
Friends.
yes,
And
as
also
Superfriends.
hashtag Superman Speak Up and
Yes,
hashtag
Get that
Yellow
trending.
Lantern Lurk.
Yes, all of them.
Get them started.
so anyways, we'll catch you guys next week.
See ya.
Later.